Hi everybody, I'm Jack and this is Raw Tropical Living. Thanks for joining me today. Just another groovy day on the mountain here in Costa Rica. Just got back from going to the store again. I've been to the store more this week than usual because I didn't have the Saturday market this past Saturday where I usually do my one big bulk shopping trip for the week, and then usually it's only one more fill-in after that. So I could have gotten through. I didn't have to go to the store today, but I decided to go down and grab some more bananas and got some more lettuce. And I'm just kind of keeping it simple, man. I'm staying on this whole mostly bananas and mangoes, although I did have some papaya. What am I saying? I had pineapple right before doing this video with a little bit of chili powder on there. So anyhow, as you can see from the title, raw vegan, what do I know? Or basically it could be, what do I need to know? I don't need to know a whole lot. I do very simple videos like this, so if you're not already subscribed to the channel, I'd appreciate if you'd hit that subscribe button and come back and watch more. And when you hit the subscribe button, click on the little bell and check send notifications so you will stay subscribed to the channel. If you're new to this channel or if you haven't heard me say before, basically the whole premise of my channel is this just a science experiment and for you to observe. I try not to. I catch my vocabulary sometime and I do it, but that's just speech. I try not to tell people like a lot of the other YouTubers do, like you have to do this or you need to do that or blah, 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 you. I just kind of like try to show you what I'm doing, and you can make your own observations and you can make your own decisions. That's what I do with people. I'm very visual. If I haven't mentioned that before, I'm very visual, and that is not how some people are, and that actually offends some people because when I'm watching people, I see so many of these YouTubers out here in the raw vegan niche, and I'm just like, just from what I'm seeing, I'm just not interested. You can talk all you want, but I need to be showed things. I'm not really good at people telling me things, explaining things. I want it shown to me. And like I say, I see people out there, I'm like, I look at them and they can say all the right words. They can give the best scientific descriptions out there. They can explain things I couldn't explain in a million years. In other words, they got lots of book learning. What do I tend to think I have? I think I have application. I mean, come on, there's 1,000 videos out there on where do you get your protein. I mean, go to, do a Google search and a YouTube search in one afternoon, and you can get all the basic science. You don't need to like watch 150 different videos and get the version from every YouTuber out there that's doing this niche. I just like to show you what I'm doing, be as honest as I can, and you can just look and say, hey, I like what that guy's got. I want a little bit of that, or yeah, I'm not interested in what that guy's got, and I think I'll move on to the next person. Think of me as just like the big gorilla, not in a cage though, but you're observing his habits in the wild. And to be quite honest, people will give me suggestions sometime, and I appreciate it. And most of them I can tell they come from a good place. It's not like I don't have enough numbers yet. I don't get the random just trolls that drop in and say, oh, this is stupid, you can't eat this and that, or you need to eat this and this, which obviously I'm not even, that's gonna go in one ear and out the other. Like I'm all of a sudden gonna go, okay, I guess I'll go back to eating fried chicken or whatever. But or like I say, I mean, every once in a while people, and like well-meaning, will be like, well, maybe you should be doing this, maybe you should be doing that. Maybe I should. The only criteria I'm going on right now is I just feel better than I've ever felt in my life, and that's really all I need to know. I'll say that's all I need to know with a little caution thrown in. Yes, I do. Like I said, I talked about a video, I think it's been a couple of weeks ago now, where I was talking about, I think it was a John Kohler video, and actually I'm gonna link to that one right up here. It's a John Kohler video where a guy that who had been following a raw vegan lifestyle for many years, I want to say 20, but it may not have been that many, but I think it might have been, had a stroke. So I am aware of some potential holes and gaps that I need to be thinking about focusing on, and I am focusing on that. But basically my whole barometer of everything is how damn good I feel. Now I'm probably a little bit exaggerated right now because as I'm shooting this, it's Tuesday. I came back from the States last Wednesday night, and almost every time I come back to Costa Rica from the States, I kind of need to shake off, the different food that I ate up there, and I get really, really clean. Well, since I've been back, all I've really been eating is pretty much is mangoes, bananas, and lettuce. Last night I threw a little bit of red pepper into the dressing, into the mango, but been keeping it super simple. No overt fat. So I'm really clean. I'm really feeling good. I'm buzzing. I'm energized. So yes, I'm at a really high place right now. But I'm sorry, I go by feel. Nobody's ever gonna out talk the way I feel. In other words, what kind of an insane person would I be feeling like I do, having good skin like I do, having clear eyes, having clarity, having a clear mind, to feel as good as I do, and then have somebody from a cerebral standpoint tell me something, explain something to me, and then all of a sudden I change what I do? What fucking sense would that make? In what galaxy would that make sense? I feel it. Now, I may not feel that the rest of my life. And what am I comparing against? Let's put it up. Let's say what I'm comparing against, because I haven't done every single lifestyle out there. So it may be not as a fair comparison, but I've done a little bit from one extreme to another and in between. I have been on the other side of eating bad, eating sad, in my really unhealthy sad periods where I was just like living in bars, drinking, like eating bar food. Like during football season, typical weekend. And I didn't eat like that all the time. I still had some good habits in there, but eating chicken wings and nachos and whatever other kind of bar foods, happened to be fried pig fat. I mean, I ate some nasty stuff. Definitely feel better than I do then. But also too, every once in a while, and this was sort of my transition, from time to time, I'd gain a little too much weight, or I just really wasn't feeling good, or the drinking had gotten too much, and I would go through one of these cleaning up periods, and I would get a lot healthier. I would cut out the booze. I would instinctively cut the animal products way back. Maybe I was eating meat, say, 3 times a week. Not eating a lot of dairy, probably having some eggs and cheese in there, but drastic reduction in the animal products. Eating a lot of fruit, especially like fruit in the morning, a lot of smoothies, a lot of salads. So kind of a fairly, without being vegan, without being plant-based, a very healthy version of the standard American diet. And while I felt a lot better and I could get cut, like I could weigh about 180 pounds, have a 6-pack, have pretty decent guns, looked good, looked vibrant, looked healthy. And I was fairly healthy, and I felt good most of the time, especially when the booze wasn't in there, and especially when I wasn't smoking cigarettes, doing that. But still, not even remotely close to how I feel now. I rarely ever get sick, even feel bad now. Digestion is flawless now. Digestion is flawless. Back then it wasn't bad. I'm not going to try to make my story exaggerated where I went from horrible digestion to good. My digestion for somebody that ate like I ate was actually pretty darn good, but not like my digestion is pretty much flawless now. My elimination pretty much flawless. And it's kind of controllable too, because it makes you more regular. The more you eat regularly, kind of makes you regularly. So if I need to go somewhere in the morning, I can get my business out of my way. So energy level through the roof. Even like I say, back in the day when I was a lot more buff, because I was hitting the gym more, I was doing a lot of I was doing cardio every day. I was hitting it. Yeah, I was buff, but I still didn't feel as good, and I didn't have as much natural energy back then. So that's. Those are the basic things that a lot of people talk about, or what I know about this lifestyle, and all I really know about this lifestyle. My weight stays stable. I work to gain a little bit, and I'm not fanatic about that. Like, I think sometimes people take me a little too seriously on that. I just like to put on a few healthy pounds. So, who knows? You get in a car wreck, you got a little more padding not to get banged up. But my weight will never be, my weight's stable. Once you get it down on this lifestyle, your weight's stable. I have energy all the time. My eyes are crystal clear. My skin is nice and smooth for an old dude. I've got good mental clarity. I've got good digestion, and I just generally feel good all the time. And I like to keep things simple. I keep things simple in my world. I don't that's really all I need. Now, like I say, I will approach this with caution. I will continue to learn, because there are people out there I respect that I've seen, or that, not necessarily I'd say I respect them because I don't know them well enough on that, but I just kind of have a filter. I have a way of looking at people and kind of seeing if they're bullshitting you or if they're kind of telling the truth. And there are people out there that talk about this niche that I do respect their word, or I do see that they're telling the truth, and I will look out for certain issues, certain things that can come 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 years after we've been living a mostly raw vegan lifestyle, or even just a plant-based lifestyle. Gaps, deficiencies. I'm always working, I'm always trying to pay attention to things we're not getting. I try to pay attention to my B12. I'm trying to pay more attention to the whole calcium equation. And there's things, yes, and there's things that could show up down the road, but I'm just mildly cautious about that. But the proof is in the pudding, and I like everything that I'm getting from this lifestyle, and for me, that's enough. Like I say, just to finish this one up, I always like to make it, I'm not trying to recruit an army of little raw vegans. I would like to see the world get way more plant-based. I'd love to see everybody be plant-based, but I just want to see the world as a whole, like that whole shift over. Yeah, there's going to be X amount of people that become fully raw vegans for the rest of their life. There's going to be people that come vegan for the rest of their life. There's going to be people that are not fully, but they're partial, and that's the big one, the big shift, like just the whole world shifting towards more of a plant-based lifestyle. But for me, oh yeah, I've found how I want to eat. And I get people on both sides, because I don't jump into any niches. I don't belong to groups. I don't belong to tribes. So I got people over here telling me I eat too damn clean and I'm too extreme. I got the people over here, the hardcore, the evolved raw vegans, the next level raw vegans, the guru types, their gurus are telling them what to, and I'm not quite clean enough. I'm kind of a bad example for some of them. They don't tend to follow the Illuminati of the raw vegan world, don't tend to follow me as much. But anyway, I'm just being a little silly. All right, that's why I'm raw vegan. Anyhow, hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up, and I will see you guys again tomorrow. Peace.